Tonight for supper, Titus is making some steaks and like some loaded tropical rice. There are only a few of us here, so we only need these 2 steaks because he's gonna cut them into strips. He's just putting on some olive oil, salt, and pepper. So the rice is gonna have sweet peppers, pineapple, and mango, and it's like a coconut jasmine rice that he's using.
We'll just leave that on warm.
It's time to clean the stove, and a few of y'all were asking about what I used to clean the stove when I showed it in the video, I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago. So I use this Wyman daily cleaner pretty much daily. Not every single day, but pretty much daily, just for, you know, small little spills or anything that gets on here, or just to wipe it down. But when it's really bad, like food boiled over or anything like that, and we really need to scrub it, I use this cream. They sell a bigger bottle of this, but whenever I needed to order it last time, they only had the little kit in stock. The kit comes with this little bottle, a little scrubby pad, and a little thing that holds a blade. So if you get something really stuck on there and you need to scrape it off, it comes with that. So I usually just let that sit on there for a few minutes, most of the time while I'm finishing up dishes and stuff like that, and then we scrub. Then I just wipe it with a warm, wet cloth, and I dry it. You don't have to dry it, but most of the time I just like to dry it. It takes any streaks away that might still be on there. And that's it.
Check.
It's a little while later now. I want to make something that I've never made before. I want to have this with breakfast in the morning, but since I've never made it before, I don't really know how it's going to turn out. It's in the pie section of this cookbook that I have, but it doesn't really sound like a pie. It kind of sounds like a cinnamon skillet pancake. So we're gonna make it tonight. That way I'll know what it is. And I think it would be really good with bacon and eggs. So I've got my skillet here now. I am doing something a little bit different. The recipe says to bake this in 2 9-inch pie or cake pans. This skillet, it's like I'm not even sure. It's a pretty big one. I don't think I have a measuring thing in here. I'm pretty sure this is like a 15-inch skillet or something. So we're just gonna use this. It'll be a little thicker, but that's fine. So Manly's in there singing. If y'all hear that, he's singing a song in there. The recipe is also a little confusing. It's an old-fashioned recipe, so y'all know recipes way back in those days they weren't very specific on certain things. So we're just kind of guessing at what we need to do here. We're gonna start with 2 cups of, it just says flour. I'm assuming all-purpose because we do add baking powder. Most of the time, if it says to add baking powder or baking soda and it just says flour, it's talking about all-purpose. So let me get the flour. You know what? I better sift this. Did it say to sift it? I better sift it. I've decided to sift. There's 1 cup. Okay. Now we need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're gonna whisk that together. Was there salt? No salt, okay. Now we're gonna add 1/2 cup of maple syrup and 1 cup of milk. And you can use honey instead of the maple syrup if you want to. And 1 cup of milk. Now where does the cinnamon? Do we add cinnamon here? No, we don't. We only put the cinnamon on top. Okay. And we need 1 tablespoon of melted butter. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the tablespoon of melted butter in my skillet and stick it in the oven for just a minute. It won't take it long, and that will melt while we finish whisking this together. It says we also need pieces of butter, so while that's melting, we'll go ahead and cut up our little pieces of butter. It doesn't say how much, it just says butter for top, so we're just gonna guess. Okay. It doesn't even say what size pieces. It just says that we're gonna press the butter into the top, so I'm gonna go about this big. It says, let me read to y'all what it said. Sprinkle top with flour and cinnamon. Push chunks of butter into the dough. This makes holes and later gets gooey as it bakes. Okay. So with the size skillet that I have, I'm thinking we're gonna need probably about this much, about 3 tablespoons of butter squares. I don't know. When you make these old recipes, it's almost like a guessing game. You don't know what you're gonna end up with. Okay, I think that'll be good. We'll leave that out in case we need some more of it. Let's see if our butter is melted, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the cinnamon. Oh yeah, we're almost there. That's gonna be good. I'll just spread it around. So we just pour this in. Okay, we'll spread this out. And it is pretty thick, so it is, you know, like it says, like a dough. Alright, so it said to sprinkle the top with flour. We'll go ahead and do what it said. I'm just going to do a little sprinkly sprinkle there. And some cinnamon. And then it just says to press the butter down into the dough, so that's what we'll do. Doesn't say how much, like I said, so we're just kind of doing our own little thing here, trying to figure out how much to put in. And what did it say again? It's gonna make, this makes holes and later gets gooey as it bakes. Have y'all ever made something like this before? And where should this last one go? Right there. All right, it's going in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes, which mine might take a little bit longer, you know, since I'm making it all in one skillet instead of the 2 smaller ones, or smaller pans.
I mean, is this supposed to be like a waffle?
I don't know. Well, it was in the pie section. I guess we'll cut it like a pie. I guess like a pie, yeah. It said that the butter, the little holes, make a little gooey spot. Oh. Is what it said.
There it is.
I feel like we should put maple syrup on it. Oh, it's steaming.
Yeah, let's try it.
What's it like?
Really good. I'm trying to figure out what it really reminds me of. It's almost like a waffle, a pancake, French toast.
All together. The gooey spot is good. Doing it in the iron skillet, the bottom is really good. It's really crispy. It's good.
Yeah.
It almost tastes like a fried apple pie without the apples.
It's kind of got that vibe, but it reminds you of French toast.
Because the gooey part kind of seems like a apple pie filling.
Yeah, I was thinking pumpkin pie a while ago.
Oh, okay. You can let's think pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.